skills will take you far. Capturing every word, fast and slow, flowing with the rhythm of the words that flow. Listening patiently as each word is spoken. A nod of the head as the speaker pauses, ready to capture the next word. Steady and waiting, active listening skills. A question asked to clarify, to create a verbatim record. Capturing every word fast and slow, flowing with the rhythm of the words that flow. Listening patiently as each word is spoken. Everyone listens, but do they listen well? Everyone listens, but do they listen well? Everyone listens, but do they listen well? Active listening skills will take you far, capturing every word. Yeah. Active listening skills will take you far. Listening to every word, fast and slow, flowing with the rhythm of the words, and flowing with the rhythm of the words, of the words, of the words, of the words.
Hello, my name is Teri Gibson. I'm a professional court reporter and Eclipse trainer. Today we're going to talk about active listening skills in the court reporting profession. I hope that you enjoy this presentation. I use the skill of stenography, and here is my steno machine that I use in my job. As you can see, the text is there. As I'm writing on the steno machine, I can actually see what I am writing. And this helps me capture the spoken word to be able to visually see. And then what we're talking about today is active listening skills. What I hear comes through my fingers and my processing in my mind. And you know, there's a lot of processing going on, guys, as we're trying to capture this spoken word. And so I've been a reporter for many years now, and I'm at a time in my life where I just want to share and learn and teach others. And so that's why I am talking about this active listening skill, because I found it to be so important and so helpful. When I first began to talk about active listening skills, I didn't realize what was involved. As I began to study and do my little research and reflect on my life as a court reporter, I began to really hone in on what it is that I do. It's not just writing on the steno machine. There's a lot going on. And one of those things is active listening skills. So we want to master these active listening skills. And today our focus is on putting away the distractions and focusing, right? So this is essential for success as a reporter, as a verbatim reporter. No matter what type of skill you're using, you need to know how to use active listening skills effectively. So let's get into the presentation, and what you'll see next is a presentation to help you understand the power of active listening skills. As a court reporter, we need to understand that active listening skills is what we use every day. Even in our everyday life, we're using active listening skills. But the question is, do we use these skills well? Do we know how to use these skills? I will be presenting on how to master active listening skills. Active listening skills are essential for success in the court reporting field. We need to learn how to focus on the speaker. We must listen attentively to ensure that we are accurately reporting and capturing every single word of testimony or conversations. And that seems to be an overwhelming task. But with training and with practice, we get better at it with every job that we take. Yes, active listening skills. Do you want to be a star? You have to master it. Avoid multitasking. It's such a temptation to use our cell phones and to look away and look at different things. But, that cell phone is the number one distraction that can hinder us. Distractions hinder accuracy. We must learn to dedicate our full attention to the spoken word for precise outcomes. The precise outcome that we're looking for is to create a verbatim record of legal proceedings. Practice daily. When we're in school, yes, we practice daily. We practice. I can remember when I was in high school learning this skill, and I would practice every day. I would practice quite often. Maybe not every day, but I'm telling you, I remember sitting at home with that steno machine and my family all around me. A lot of distractions, but I didn't even realize it, that being at home and practicing with the distractions that were there was actually helping me to learn how to focus, to ignore the distractions that were happening all around me. I didn't even realize it. Even then, I was learning and I was using active listening skills. Engage in short bursts of focused listening through podcasts or audiobooks to sharpen your skills effectively. Listen to those things that interest you, those things that you can learn and add to your skill set, right? But also pause at times and maybe have a short journal or a piece of paper with you and write down, listen a little bit, pause the recording and write down what you just heard and see, and then go back and listen and see, did I really hear what I thought I heard? Did I get that accurately? Did I understand what I was listening to? These are things that you have to do independent of whatever exercises or studies that you may be getting from your online course or in-person course. These are things that you need to add to what you are doing. We need to learn how to put the pieces of the puzzle together. Yes, we do. Because active listening skills will help us. Transcribe regularly. As a working reporter, I don't really have to schedule this transcribing early or to transcribe early in my schedule because it's a part of what I do as a court reporter. I transcribe jobs that I take. And so at this point in my career, at 40 years later, I don't really have to do this. But as if you are a student in school, you want to make sure you're doing something every day. Transcribe something every day. If your school is not giving you exercises to do every day, you need to take the time to transcribe something every day. Something that you heard, like 5-minute take. A 5-minute take would be like about 5 to 7 pages. You can fit that in your schedule. That's like about an hour worth of work right there. Okay? So every day you want to be transcribing something at least an hour, right? Every day. Transcribe regularly. You want to minimize distractions, guys. Yes, you must minimize your distractions. And what does that look like? Create a quiet environment free of interruptions to enhance your listening capabilities during work. Now, as a professional court reporter, when I come into a deposition room, the conference room, that table is clear. Nothing is on it. So when I'm coming in that conference room, my goal is to be first, to be there, as early as I can. and then come in and set up my my equipment, set up my steno machine, and put in my computer right there in front of me, and my notepad and my pencils and my exhibit stickers, and put everything there and make it neat. Lately, I have begun this practice where I will just create a Word document and just make notes in there instead of writing them down. But I like to have a visual chart of who's present in the conference room with me. I'll make a little diagram and use that so I can know where people are sitting, and I also put their symbols there. All this helps me when it comes to active listening, right? If you have 4 attorneys, you want to know what their symbols are, and you want to know where they are sitting. Because if you forget what symbol you gave them, you can just glance down at your paper and see what their symbol is. As the proceedings go along, they become, you remember, because it's repetitive, right? You write a person's symbol so many times, so you don't need to keep looking at your paper. But this chart is very helpful in the beginning, as you're beginning your day. All right, so these are some things to think about when it comes to mastering our active listening skills. We want to focus on the speaker. We want to avoid multitasking. We want to practice. As a student, you basically want to practice every day as you're learning, right? Practice every day. Practice listening to audiobooks and podcasts, and then test yourself. Did I really hear what I thought I heard? Write it down and then go back and listen and see how you did, right? And we want to do what? We want to transcribe regularly, and we want to minimize our distractions. Now, this is just a piece of the puzzle that we're talking about today, a piece of the puzzle. I am going to share with you some other tips as we go along learning about active listening skills. Active listening skills will help us. It is essential. Active listening skills are essential for success in court reporting. Well, if you've stayed this long and if you've enjoyed this presentation, give me a like, give me a share, ask questions, give your comments, and let's be conscious of these active listening skills. Okay, let's become conscious, and this will help us. Okay, active listening skills will help us in our goal to obtain a verbatim record. If we do not use our active listening skills properly, we're going to miss things. Okay, so I hope this is helpful. Well, I hope you enjoyed that presentation. Again, my name is Teri Gibson. I'm a professional court reporter and Eclipse trainer. Here are my contact information if you have any questions or comments. If you're interested in signing up for Eclipse training with me, I would love to work with you. And I will be happy to see you in the next video.
Active listening skills will take you far. Capturing every word, fast and slow. Flowing with the rhythm of the words that flow. Listening patiently as each word is spoken. A nod of the head as the speaker pauses, ready to capture the next word. Steady and waiting. Active listening skills. A question asked to clarify, to create a verbatim record. Capturing every word fast and slow. Flowing with the rhythm of the words that flow. Listening patiently as each word is spoken. Everyone listens, but do they listen well? Everyone listens, but do they listen well? Everyone listens, but do they listen well? Active listening skills will take you far. Capturing every word. Yeah. Active listening skills will take you far. Listening to every word, fast and slow. Flowing with the rhythm of the words, and flowing with the rhythm of the words. Of the words. Of the words. Of the words. Mm-hmm.